Memoirs of Beloved Mary, Mother of Jesus. Chapter 6. An Address by Beloved Mary, Mother of Jesus, June 1954. On Importance of Developing Power of Concentration to Hold Immaculate Concept for Self and Others. Mary's offer to help us hold Immaculate Concept for each other. Mary's petition to Karmic Board for mercy to incoming lifestreams. Beloved children, how long has each one of you been a child of my own heart, a part of my every thought and feeling and consciousness? How long have I loved you, watched over you, and held for you that same immaculate concept that I was privileged to hold for the beloved Jesus many centuries ago? In the initiations through which I was privileged to pass before I was given the opportunity of accepting the role of the mother of the beloved Jesus, I had to prove before the Karmic Board, the great Lord Maitreya, and the spiritual assembly that I was able to hold the concentrated image of his divine being. This I had to hold, no matter what the pressure of energy might be directed at me from within or without. For 3 long hours at inner levels, I held that concept. Every kind of pressure, even from the Elohim, was directed into my mental and emotional bodies. This was an attempt to divert my attention most subtly, even into other constructive activities of life and light, which would cause me to relinquish that perfect image required to be held by me during the entire period when I bore the Master Jesus. This also had to be held during the long years after his birth, awaiting the hour of his trial and his ultimate victory. I have been chosen to come to you to ask you, among other things, to endeavor to develop a power of concentration upon one activity of the sacred fire, one exercise, one spiritual development, until you can carry it into form through thought and feeling. The brothers whom you have invited from the heart of the Teton are requested once in every 24-hour period to meet together and report to your own beloved Master Saint Germain upon your progress and upon their association with you. Then, counseling with them, Saint Germain endeavors to give them the assistance they require to bring into your worlds individually the radiation and the pressure of good, which is the gift of the Teton. This is given you in return for the gift of your light, offered in cooperation with the Ascended Masters to bring forth from the cosmic law gifts, grants, and blessings to life. The one almost unanimous report to Saint Germain from the brothers concerning you was that there is a need for more consecutive concentration by each student. The eagerness in your hearts, the sweetness of your souls, the earnestness of your spirits, when so many new activities enter into your conscious minds, cause you to flit from one delight to another. Now I am going to ask you to endeavor, with my assistance if necessary, to concentrate your energies for just a little time upon the development of reverence and gratitude for the gift of life. Endeavor to concentrate upon the feeling of reverence toward the Master Presences and the beings and powers who carry that light, and an extreme devotion to the God of all life. Make an earnest invocation that there may be revealed to you without the slightest question of a doubt the specific reason for your individual being. If you can concentrate upon this lesson well and learn it, you will go home richer in spirit, more peaceful in heart, and be of much greater service to those of us who live but to carry the light to all mankind. In my activities at inner levels, I work with the elementals. In our temples, we teach them how to embody form, and the elemental becomes the form of the flower, the form of the grass, or of the blossom. His power of concentration determines how long that blossom, that flower or other manifestation will remain in the physical appearance world as a blessing to life. In the beginning, it is difficult for them to concentrate their sweet, small energies, for they mirror first one form and then another. Their form changes with every passing activity which their vision contemplates. Beloved ones, you are in much the same condition, mentally and emotionally. Through my momentum and power of concentration, it is my desire to bring to you the pressure of my energy and whatever assistance my life stream can offer. I bring this to help you draw the Immaculate Conception of your own Godhood in the same glorious design that was cut out of the universal light by Helios and Vesta when you first came into being. I will help you to hold that Christ design, enabling you to pass the flame through your own feeling world until the hour when your flesh, obedient to the thought and feeling form of the Immaculate Concept held in your consciousness, manifests the perfection of the Christ estate. Then you stand revealed the Master Presence, for that, beloved children, is your supreme destiny. There are millions of souls about to incarnate in the coming year, and many of them have a karma of great weight. The physical bodies they will wear will be fashioned out of the elemental substance which they have used life after life and age after age. Heavily charged with discord, that substance will not be wholly comfortable for them to enter. Therefore, as the great Karmic Board meets this night, it is my joy and my privilege to petition the Council on behalf of every life stream who is to incarnate this year. I shall ask that the destructive karma accumulated through the ages may be consumed cosmically, and that each one might come into embodiment in a form of dignity, beauty, harmony, purity, and balance. I am asking for your assistance and for the energies of your own individual and collective worlds on behalf of these incoming spirits. I have asked the angels who are part of my spiritual court to draw those souls who are to incarnate this year, or who will try to secure opportunity for such incarnation, into the atmosphere over the Teton. I have told you elsewhere that for every 3 who endeavor to secure a body, 2 are denied and 1 receives form. There are some 300 million such life streams hoping to secure earthly embodiment. Through such opportunity, they hope to develop and master the control of energy and vibration, to finish their long journey upon the planet Earth, to write their names in the Book of Life, and to enter the immortal sphere of God freedom. From those of you who are already aware of mothers with child, I ask special assistance as our petition is presented to the Karmic Board. Ask that the karma of these individuals may be at least mitigated, and that no life stream be forced to come into embodiment in a distorted form or without full use of all the faculties of mind and consciousness. Each of us in the Ascended Master Octave is dedicated to some particular and specific activity and service. Individually and collectively, as you develop and mature, you also will find yourselves specializing more and more. You will find yourselves drawing the energies from primal life, qualifying them with a specific radiation to bless life. Thus, you become specialists in the radiation of healing, purification, illumination, education, precipitation, and all the other various activities which will benefit and bless the race. In order for you to develop and mature these faculties which enable you to draw forth that primal substance, passing the energy of your feeling world through it, and giving it a specific God quality, you must have the characteristic of spiritual concentration. In order to gather a momentum of any quality to be used as a specific blessing to the race, life essence must receive a rhythmic charge from the feeling world, which is the qualifying agent of each life stream. If you should choose to stay all day with the presiding master of that day, You could ask that particular master to assist you in qualifying those energies in your own aura with his quality and power of radiation. Editor's note: each of the 7 days of the week receives consecutively the radiation of each of the 7 chohans of the rays. For example, Sunday, El Moira; Monday, Kuthumi; Tuesday, Paul the Venetian; Wednesday, Serapis Bey; Thursday, Hilarion; Friday, Jesus; Saturday, Saint Germain. In this regard, it would be very helpful to the student if he would try to wear at least something in the color of the ray corresponding to the master of the day. This helps to keep the individual reminded of the concentration he is endeavoring to hold. Thus, you can become acquainted with the various masters' radiations and become sensitive to the pressure and direction of each specific ray. This will signify to you which master presence is radiating through you at any particular time. Students upon the path who have passed through the metaphysical stage of development must come to a place where they recognize vibration in itself and are not required to depend upon form for confirmation of the heart acceptance of the master presence. This requires great balance, beloved ones, and it requires a great stillness in your heart. It also requires the silence of your lips, and that you tell no man. Spiritual pride is one of the most subtle of the tests, as well as one of the most subtle of the sins manifest in individuals who are walking the path above the mass mind. Spiritual pride is often manifested in using the lips to convey to others private heart experiences which should be pondered and developed within the self. Through radiation, these should be made manifest in works and not words. I say this with very great kindness, beloved ones, because in the beginning of spiritual development your inner faculties are very tender. They are like the first shoots of a plant above the surface of the earth in the springtime, and they require the protection of great wisdom and solicitude. I tell you, no one loves the growth, the development, and expansion of your own light in the unascended realm as much as yourself. In enthusiasm, in spiritual zeal, or subtle pride, when you endeavor to share newly experienced ecstasies, you not only lose the benefit within yourself, but you arouse jealousies and unhappy feelings in others. These often keep a very promising shoot from developing and maturing to a point where your words need not confirm your spirituality, but rather your very being and radiation, the very perfume of the developed quality, radiation, or gift is manifest to all. I myself passed through that test when the beloved Gabriel spoke to me. I shall never forget the hour of his coming when he conveyed to me the truth that through my body would come the physical form of the beloved Jesus who would be the Messiah. It was required of me to tell no man, to ponder this confidence and to keep it in my heart. I did this for many, many months. Even after the birth of the baby, even through our flight into Egypt, even through his early growing years, though the pride of a mother might seek to tell, even in confidence, the priests of the temple that they should be careful of such a sacred and beautiful baby, the wisdom of the law was such that I could not do this. I could not subject his tender self to the energies that would be unleashed were my lips to even intimate that which I knew within my heart. Joseph and I often talked together about this as we watched him play, but we told no one else. Jesus told you from within his own consciousness he drew forth the remembrance of his own great guru, Lord Maitreya. He himself told no man. He grew and truly waxed strong. When he had returned from his visit to India, where he had received from the divine director those certain currents and those certain affirmations which were required to set him free, it was not necessary for him to speak. He was the Christ. John the Baptist proclaimed it, and all the men and women of spiritual strength in Judea knew it. Then another great sin, another most subtle activity attacked him. This was the subtle type of sin that destroyed the temple of Atlantis and Lemuria: spiritual arrogance. The arrogance of the priesthood, who versed in the letter of the law, having lost the love of the law through their spiritual superiority, helped to destroy the Christ manifestation to all outer appearance. So it is in the life of every man. He progresses up the path, comes out of the darkness into the light, accepts the masters, and walks forth. Then the subtle tests endeavor to destroy that for which he has labored for ages. May the God of light and life keep you, each one, humble in your knowledge, as you receive more and more understanding of the law. May you have greater and greater comprehension of the powers that act in the inner realms. As you begin to draw forth through your own body those miracles and marvels of the manifestations of light, may your humility increase, your love intensify, your selflessness manifest, until there is nothing between you and the ascended Christ's presence at the hour of your complete victory. Then your ascension is at hand. As the great ones are now bringing the beloved incoming souls before the Karmic Board, the Lords of Karma have chosen to stand, while the Lady Masters, the beloved Metta, and myself are also drawing here the prospective parents of all those who will be privileged to bring these children into birth. As they stand thus, and as I send my call to the Karmic Board, may I request that you please join with me in asking for the relief and release of these life streams from karma of every kind before they come into embodiment. I shall now make my petition to the Karmic Board, which you might care to hear. Lords of Karma, beloved ladies and gentlemen of the Karmic Board, I, Mary, Mother of the children of Earth, who fashions the heart of every life stream that takes embodiment, stand before you now on behalf of those about to take incarnation within this 12-month period. I have stood in the Sacred Heart Temple with these spirits. I have looked upon their karma builded through the ages. I have fashioned with my own hands, out of the very best of the essence which the body elementals could offer, the sacred heart of each one. I say to you, O merciful Lords of Love and Light, the garments which they must wear are not fitting for gods and goddesses. They are not fitting for beautiful spiritual beings who within the course of this next 18-year period will endeavor to set free the Lord of the world, Sanat Kumara. The mistakes and sins of many ages have been written deeply into the energies of their etheric bodies and into those flesh garments that would be woven by the builders of form within the mothers of the race. On behalf of these spirits about to take embodiment, these who had the spiritual honor during the month of May 1954 of standing before the great Sanat Kumara himself, and in my own presence, pledging the threefold flame of life, a vow of obedience, I petition you. As they have taken that vow, and as a balance for that voluntary bending of the knee, the humbling of their pride, the acceptance and the freedom of their inner bodies of the existence and presence of the spiritual hierarchy, I make the request this night for good, whole, clean, pure flesh bodies for these children. I ask for bodies with eyes too pure to behold iniquity, with lips which will speak only words of love and light, with limbs firm and strong, with bodies, living temples through which blazes love and light, with brains well balanced to receive the directions of the Christ Self, with every organ in its perfect place and in perfect functioning order. I ask this in the name of life and in the name of the ascended Jesus Christ. I am willing to offer on the altar of the Karmic Board whatsoever of my personal energies, whatsoever of my time, whatsoever of my very self is required to pay any balance that you do not find within their acceptance of the vow to serve Sanat Kumara. Great lords of love and light, the incoming children are the hope of tomorrow. Give them garments that they may occupy in ease and peace. Give them garments sensitive to their own holy Christ selves, that the Christ self through them may take full command from the time they are born. Give them, O great lords of life, the fullness of the mercy of Kuan Yin. O beloved goddess of opportunity, newly crowned Queen of Heaven, I speak to you as my successor. I ask opportunity for the incoming souls, opportunity for each one. Grant thou this as my last gift as I close my reign and as you become the shining Queen of Heaven. O Portia, Portia, child of love, child of justice, I, Mary, speak to you. I rest my case in your sweet hands. Thank you, beloved ones, for your assistance. As the feeling of devotion which has been charged with my energy fills the atmosphere, let your own sweet energies, coupled with my humble petition, do what they may. Thank you, and good morning.